HelloFresh makes getting back into the fall routine easy. Their delicious seasonal meal kits take the guesswork out of meal prep and are delivered right to your door. Get up to 14 free meals, including free shipping, with code FACE14 at HelloFresh.com/FACE14.
I don't like this search.
What?
I'm looking up stuff about things. You missed the whole thing.
What the fuck is that?
You missed the whole thing. There was a whole argument at the end of, I guess last episode. It'd be fair to say the end of it. After it,
That's
you left.
true, yes. Mm-hmm.
There's a brief argument that I had to do some research on.
What was the argument?
I guess we should save it. Do I bring it up now? I guess we're recording. Gavin will be here in a minute. It's about taste buds.
What about him?
We had a little bit of an argument about taste buds and their possible locations where they can be in the body.
They're on your tongue.
They're on your tongue. I said that they were also in your ass, and that's why you felt spicy things. Because I
forgot about
Yes.
Well, I will say, and Gavin will have to corroborate this, there was a bit on the I guess Eric would know too. There was a bit on the Howard Stern years ago where Richard Christie was able to correctly identify flavors of beer poured into his ass 5 out of 6 times.
I don't think that was to do with any taste bud, though. I just assumed that was sort of the feel and maybe the aroma.
What do you mean, the feel? The anal feel of beer? What do you mean?
Well, you've got nerves.
Okay, but I don't think I could tell the feel if it was in my mouth. If you pour me like 7 different types of drinks.
Liquid's liquid.
It's liquid.
You can tell like carbonation or viscosity through your mouth.
That's not like taste. Taste would be the factor, not feel. I bet you all liquids feel the same.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Andrew on that. I mean, maybe not identical, but I don't think 6 beers feel different enough to tell with your butthole. Maybe you could tell the difference between like motor oil and like Pepsi or something, but I don't know that you could tell the difference from beer to beer.
Yeah.
Well, how come you don't taste a poo coming out then?
Oh, that's a fuck. I don't like that.
Well, you're the one who said you got taste bud in
That's
your
what
ass.
I thought. That's what I
me?
heard. So I did some research.
Who from?
What do you mean? I don't know. Where do you learn anything? I can't source most of the stuff I've learned. Where did you learn? Well, no, that was gonna be a real dumb one. Wow, I'm glad I cut myself. That
what
was
that
close.
gonna be?
No, don't worry about it. We're good. But I did some Googles. I did some Googling, and I found out there are not taste buds in your ass. That was wrong, but I was directionally correct. There are taste receptors in your ass, as well as all over your body. You got taste receptors all over the place. I think they're in your balls. They're everywhere. They're in useless places.
Tasting what though?
I don't know. They're in useless places. It sounded like scientists. So from my interpretation, scientists were like, where are their taste receptors? Holy fuck, there are taste receptors everywhere. We don't know why. We don't know why this is this way, but you got them all over the place. Including the butt, including the asshole.
I don't think I ever tasted anything with anything else.
What, like on purpose? Like, what do you mean?
I know what he means. He's never noticed a taste on anything on his body other than his tongue.
Yeah, I'm never like lying down on a sun lounger and like, blech.
Or he never like spilled chocolate shake on his knee and went, oh, I can still taste it.
Well, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how these they work, but I do know they're there. I do trust smarter, more generally educated and informed people about taste receptors or saying that there are taste receptors in your ass, and I will trust those people.
I agree, dude. I think you can taste stuff with your butthole. Totally.
Now, I don't. I believe every taste bud also has taste receptors, but not every taste receptor has a bud. Is how that works out.
So the question is, will Geoff taste his milk icicle?
That is a great question. Yeah, that is sort of what led into this.
Hold on.
Geoff, did you do your homework?
We're getting off track. First off, hello and welcome to another episode of Face. I believe it is episode 72. My name is Geoff, and with me, as always, Andrew and Brick. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. I feel like I've established some solid points in this episode. I think this one's going well for me. I like to start.
I wonder, I mean, I get that a taste bud is... Oh, by the way, but you didn't say how you're doing, Brick.
That's me, right?
Yeah, that was what we determined last week.
It's a triangle.
I'll be honest, last week, my internet was cutting out left and right, and I can't remember a lot that happened. At one point, Andrew was about to say something funny, and I didn't hear the end of it. And then when I heard the sound come back on, he was mad that neither of us reacted to it. So I was like, oh, I feel like I missed out on something there.
I guess you haven't been able to listen to that episode yet either. I don't know if this was on, if we captured this on audio or not, but that episode stepped down. We stepped down from that episode, and we were like, that was one of the better episodes we've done in a while. I felt really good about it. Really great. And you were like, I didn't hear any of it. I have no idea what happened.
I heard the back half of a lot of sentences, and I said a lot of stuff followed by silence. But who knows how it turned out? From what I remember, from what I did experience, I do remember it being quite a nice one.
Yeah, it was a goodie.
That was a great pivot, though, Geoff. Have you done your homework? Let's focus back on that. How's your homework doing? You do your homework?
Oh yeah, I picked Tiffany. I think she's gonna win Survivor. Thanks for asking.
That's
Gavin.
Not
who did you pick?
That was not the homework.
I picked Howard Stern.
Right. You picked that guy. Anyway, what's new with you guys?
What's new is I was just curious if you did the homework of trying the product that you've been trying to pitch for the last episode, 40 minutes of last episode. Any update on that?
Hold on a second. Let me think about this if I can remember what you're talking about. Is this an old bit we did a while back?
I tried.
Beef bracelet? Porta potty?
No, yep. Sure. It was that one. It wasn't the one where you covered your ass in Tiger Balm and then was surprised.
I feel like I can smell lawyers coming on.
The worst part is I don't even know if Gavin can back me up because he missed all of last episode. So I feel like this is really I'm in a corner here.
I'll be honest. I don't remember what you're talking about, but that's not to say it didn't happen. Was this pencil related?
No, it was like the pencil equivalent of your asshole, though.
It looked like a pencil.
Yeah. It looked... It was more like a blade, I would say. It's very sharp. This is a weapon.
I'll be honest with you guys. I've been so busy doing other stuff. I didn't remember to stick a fucking... a joke popsicle up my asshole. Yeah, it slipped my mind. I'm real sorry.
That's the best place it can slip, probably.
I'm real sorry, but I gotta be honest with you. At 46 years old, I don't know that my prop icicle up my asshole covered in Tiger Balm days aren't behind me. It may be a younger man's game.
It might be.
I could see that.
Well, what if we sub the pencil for the ice pick?
I'll tell you what.
For the icicle.
I'll tell you what I did do.
Okay.
I scheduled a colonoscopy. That'll be way more invasive.
Okay. I mean, what? So, is there... I've never had a colonoscopy. Is there pain afterward, I'd assume? Is it...
No, not at all. You're asleep the whole time.
But there's
but
no,
it's more invasive.
It is more invasive, but I was just curious.
They toilet snake a camera through you.
I was curious if you would need like some ice in the hole. If that would be good. If there's some swelling down there, it could be like a multi-use product.
The problem with the colonoscopy is the prep. That's all the shit you got to drink to clean yourself, and then all the shit you got to shit. It's the 48 hours of shitting your brains out, and then like having to drink 18 gallons of this gross contact liquid.
I'm just imagining a cut man with one of your popsicles as like a scenario in which that could be needed. How terrifying that'd be. He's got like the lube, the wraps.
I'll be honest. I was hoping against hope that you would forget, and that we would. Just move
that's
on.
not the only thing I haven't forgot about, Geoff. Geoff, how fast have you been able to throw a baseball? That was a few weeks ago at this point. What's your bottom number?
Oh, we haven't done it yet.
I saw the ball.
Gavin saw the ball though.
Why haven't you thrown the ball yet?
My favorite thing about the ball is that there's 3 digits on it. Like, who's throwing 100 miles an hour with that thing?
I don't know. It goes up to 120, so
120?
They wouldn't put it there if there wasn't a need.
Why haven't you thrown
I'm all about throwing the ball. I don't know, because it hasn't been... I feel like at this point it's a thing. If we're going to do it, we've got to film it, right?
No, well...
Yeah, film it now.
Yeah, I can't... It doesn't need to be a thing, you setting the low bar. The thing is 3 months from when you throw it. That's the thing. Trying to hit the number.
Did we determine it was 3 months?
Yes. Yes, we did. From the point of you throwing, you have 3 months to prepare for the second throw.
When did we at 3 months when did we land on 3 months?
You said it in an episode, like 3 episodes ago, or whenever we brought it up. You're like, I'll throw it, and then in 3 months,
I said
I'll
I
give it another
probably
throw.
I doubt I was that definitive. I was probably like in a few
You were
months,
very
3 or
definitive.
6, because I feel like 6 is probably closer to but well, I don't know. We don't know because I will
You
see.
said 3.
It depends. Hold on. 2 episodes ago, you said about 6 months. I think is what Nick said. Okay, that's fair.
He typoed that.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it
you
was 6 months.
misread. He didn't typo it. You misread his 3 as a 6.
Two
You
episodes
mouth-poed.
ago, you said about 6 months, I think. Then Eric said 6 months. Then Nick said 6, and then he said it in Spanish. He said,
Hey guys, what's
seis.
up? Producer Eric here. How's it going? So just wanted to step in and get a definitive call on this. Geoff said that he would need 3 months to train from the first throw of the baseball. So he was going to throw the baseball, get a baseline for how fast he could throw, and then with his shoulder that I think is the one with arthritis, he's going to throw 80 miles an hour just after he has set his initial baseline. He said he needed 3 months to train, and then at that point, what we're going to do is film it in slow motion, get an umpire, a catcher, and a guy with a radar gun. We're going to go out to a field, and Geoff is going to throw a baseball probably 72 miles an hour.
Well, that would be 8 miles under what I need. That would be.
I like the
disappointing.
idea that you think you just need 3 more months to do it. That's what I
Well,
appreciate about
three-
you
three
right now.
mo-
In your
it'll
head,
be
you're like 3 months a little tight, but 6 months, I can definitely do it in 6 months.
3 months from when I throw the first baseball.
I'm saying I don't think we could give you 6 years. I don't think it makes a difference.
It'll definitely happen in 6 years.
Why don't we do a
like-
tiered system then? If you get first prize if you do it in
Yeah, I'll do it.
3 months, and if
I'll
it's
do
within
it.
6 years, you get like bronze.
We don't need that. We'll do 3 months, and that's what it is.
Okay.
We'll throw the baseball soon. We have to figure out how to set the distance or whatever on it. We'll throw the little baseball soon. We'll film that. We'll get it officially recorded, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
But I'm not the producer of the show, so I can,
Well, you're the one with the baseball. So I feel like you have agency over when it's thrown. You have all the pieces. I don't know what the producer has to do with. It's literally you just need an iPhone. You throw a ball against a wall, see it's
You know
like
what I'm
40.
you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing you produce this bit. That's awesome, dude. What a producer would do. Great job.
I'm not producing. I'm just telling you how to do this very simple thing that you're avoiding because you're scared. You're
that is
backing
what
down
a
from the
producer
80.
did.
You
I'm not scared.
realize.
Oh no,
you
no.
realize 80's
I'm
out.
not scared at all. I think 80 is highly doable, and I have every confidence that I can throw this ball 80 miles an hour. You don't have to worry about it.
Do you need,
I
do
know
you
I'm
need
not worried
help?
about it.
Do you need help setting the distance and filming it, Geoff?
yeah.
I don't think you need slow motion.
Here's what I
for his.
need.
No,
Here's what I
we-
need.
just
I
film it
need
normal.
I need somebody else in face to lift a finger to help me.
Well, I've lifted fingers before.
I
feel like Gavin's
I've
lifted all of
appreciated it.
I can do it again.
I really appreciate it that time you did it.
You needed help initially throwing the ball. You said you were just going to throw the ball. I didn't know that you needed. If I would have known that, we would have already gotten this going.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
I thought
need
this was
somebody
all
to
hinging
film
on
it.
you throwing the ball.
Yes.
I got to throw
was.
the ball to set the base time.
Right. I didn't know you needed help with that.
Well, I figure I didn't initially, but now that it's become a thing, if it's going to end up on YouTube, if it's going to be a whole deal, then I think it should be treated.
It
as
was
such. I
always
mean,
the
we should have-
thing, but the thing was the second part. The
Yeah.
first part was never the thing. The thing is you try to actually set 80. Because we
Well,
all
what
agree
kind
you're
of
not just
video-
going to throw 80.
What kind of video do you have where we don't see the first part and then you just see me throw it 80 miles an hour? There's
You
no
don't
build-up
need
to
a
that.
fucking...
We have a video that's not going to exist.
You're gonna have you need a video of me throwing it in the high 50s, early 60s, and then you need a video of me throwing it 81, 82, like Michael Jones.
I just love the idea of trying to sell this YouTube channel. We have videos such as Geoff rides a bike, Geoff throws a ball. It's really top-notch stuff.
You and you ride a jet ski.
and me on
You think that you're going to top out in your first throw, you think you're going to throw 58 miles an hour, and then in 3 months, you're going to throw 80 miles an hour?
Well,
Is
I don't
that what
think
you just said?
I think my first throw after not throwing a baseball for however many years will probably not be representative of what I could do with even 3 or 4 days of training.
Have you thrown the ball at all?
No,
Any throws?
no.
I don't understand.
I think he needs help with the measurement because you need to set a distance, and I assume it calculates from when it goes from 0G to when it feels an impact. So if it doesn't know the set distance, it doesn't know the speed.
Yeah, he's got a point. It's a lot of math involved,
I
and
think
we all
it's
know
just
I failed
maths. It's a maths ball.
Yeah.
I don't... Okay. We should throw a baseball so we get a base number, and you can begin your training. I'm very excited to see you train.
60
I'm
feet,
also
6
excited-
inches is how far it needs to go.
It's very specific.
I have my burger confidence. I'm irrationally confident about burgers, historically. Geoff is absurd with his baseball throwing speed.
He's got baseball confidence.
I'm curious what your confidence is, Gavin. We haven't encountered it yet, I don't think. Like, what is the thing that you irrationally believe in
that's-
yourself being able to do?
That's interesting.
Have you ever had
I think
one?
I think I'm yet to find my
Historically?
confidence.
Like, just in general, or within a bit for this? There has had to have been a time where you're like, I can definitely do this, and you're way up. A little bit of both. I feel like Geoff knows something I don't.
I'm just laughing and I've yet to find my confidence.
I'll get it
In your
someday.
30s.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever been as confident, Andrew, as you were that you could eat burgers. But also that resulted in nothing for you because you've still never done that or come close.
I've come close. I reject that. The second time I did it, I ate like 42 of them. I got close.
I thought the second time you did it,
But-
you ordered the wrong ones and then stopped halfway through.
No, that was the third.
Oh, sorry, that was the
third
third one.
attempt. Yeah, that was try number 3.
Look, if
That
you were
was- yeah.
42 in away from 50, that's way closer than 58 miles an hour to 80. So I would say you're closer to your burger victory than Geoff
That's a
is
great
from
point.
his baseball victory.
That's a fantastic point.
Do you think?
And I didn't do any training for mine.
Just
showed
I
up.
don't know about that.
You
Just
train
believed in
every
myself.
day.
No.
You train 3 times a day, motherfucker.
That's like if you showed up to a marathon and did no running and was like, I walk every day. I've been training.
If it's a
I've been training
walking
for
marathon,
however-
then you're training every day.
No, it's not training. Just because
If
you
you
do
go
a
to
thing
an
doesn't make
eating
it training.
competition and you eat every day, that's training.
That's not training.
It is training.
That's not. No, I reject this. It's a
Are you
ridiculous
saying by
comparison.
eating one burger a day you're training?
If I was eating a burger a day, that might be training. I could maybe see that point. That's such a specific food, and I'm only eating burgers. Just general eating isn't training. I'm not fucking eating popcorn at the movie theater being like, I'm training, I'm working, I'm putting in the extra time. I'm getting a refill like
What if
I'm in
you
the
ate
gym
it-
right now.
What if you ate it really fast?
You're training.
Speed has nothing to do with it's a different texture, first of
So
all. It's like
speed
a
had
different
everything
climate.
to do it. You were saying speed. If you ate it fast enough, your body wouldn't realize it's
Yeah,
full.
but it's not. It's like if you're playing tennis and you're fucking playing on clay courts, it's not going to be the same when you're playing on different courts.
I love that all of your
Yeah, but you're
analogies-
still playing tennis. You're still training at tennis.
all of your analogies involve tennis. what do you mean? The second one in 2 weeks. You're
What
like,
was my other tennis now?
you're like writing a letter. It's like if every tennis hit was a different game or something. What is it with you and tennis?
I don't remember the other one. Let me tell you about a drill we used to do called the Center Machine back when I played tennis.
You like tennis almost as much as you like honey mustard.
Oh, not even close. I'm pretty indifferent to tennis. Tennis is a great if it's on, I'll watch it type sport. It's fun, but I'm never chasing.
I'm just relating it to how many times you brought it up without.
Oh, I'm trying. Okay, let me think of a different. What's an analogy where you're doing something? Is walking training for swimming? Those aren't the same things. You're moving your legs in both.
Jesus
You
fucking
can't
Christ.
apply those two things as the same. Those are different things.
You've lost me now.
No, but I would say that.
Well, you got to kick your legs. When
I
you're
would
sw-
say
mean,
that
there are strokes.
I would
where
say
you don't,
dog
but I mean-
paddling in a pool is probably training for swimming.
Yeah, but that's swimming.
Yeah, so is eating. Eating is eating.
No, but it's different because the part of
Ingesting
eating,
food
the part
through your
of
mouth, down your throat, and into your stomach,
it's
and then out
not
your
the
asshole.
function of eating. Competitive eating isn't training for the function of eating. It's the storage of the food. That is what you train for. Also, like jaw things, I guess that is technically more like the chewing.
You gotta build up
But-
your muscles. You gotta get your strength.
The majority
You gotta practice
of
your
training,
chewing technique. I'm sure it's all about that chew
There's
technique.
no
Everybody's
chewing
probably got their own
technique.
like chew chew or like some people are probably like chew 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 chew. You don't know?
No.
You're not a professional.
I
eater.
do. I'm not, but I did research one night before I was gonna do the thing. And it sounds like, from my understanding, it's about just creating space in your stomach. Essentially like stretching your stomach out, getting it comfortable with expanding it so you can store more than the base stomach. That's where the training.
You told us that you were training your brain to eat quickly because you'd be further along before your brain caught up or some shit. You had all kinds of.
No, I was just trying to go fast because I figured if I ate as much as possible, my brain wouldn't know what was happening until I got further along, and it worked on the second one.
I feel like it, as you know, Andrew, it's your redemption year. I feel like maybe a fourth attempt.
It is.
Might be on the cards.
Here's the thing about the burgers. When you do the burgers, it takes a lot out of you. You lose a part of your soul every time you go into that McDonald's bag.
So you've lost 3 chunks of soul.
I've lost more than 3 chunks.
Do you know what you haven't had to do? Stick a milk popsicle up your asshole. Talk about losing a piece of your soul. I'm going to stab my soul.
Well, that's what I was saying. I think we could potentially write off the entire pencil punishment and just have Andrew do the milk popsicle.
Oh.
No, I'm not the one selling it. That was my issue with Geoff, is that he spent 40 minutes talking about how great it is.
Yeah, but you can effectively erase a debt here. And it is the redemption year.
I'm going to erase a debt by doing Geoff's debt in a bet that I lost to you. Is that what you're saying? Is that how that works?
What?
I owe the pencil because of a bet I lost to you.
To me.
You owe the audience the pencil.
No, I owe you the pencil. The audience is just demanding it, but I owe you the pencil.
The comment leavers have failed to stop leaving comments about the pencil, Andrew.
I haven't made a bet with the comment leavers. I made a bet with you, and I lost that bet.
Can I just say...
It doesn't matter who's in front.
What's that, Geoff?
Just a little aside, because this goes into something that I wanted to talk about briefly anyway. There was a thread on Reddit. I don't know if either of you or if you guys, any of you saw it recently. It was somebody got the Billy Ripken face card and posted it, and then there was like hundreds of people in the comments. But the top comment on the Billy Ripken, like just in like baseball cards or whatever thread, is "Eat the pencil, Andrew." It is the top fucking comment on some other subreddit about that baseball card. And then there's about 500 other face comments, which is awesome to go to some other corner of the internet and find facers, comment leavers going nuts. But it is literally "Eat the pencil, Andrew" is the #1 comment, which I just find to be very funny.
I mean, what more of a perfect end to your redemption year, Andrew, than to eat the pencil or to swap?
But you're not pitching that. You're saying, what more than a perfect end to your redemption
Here's what I'm
year
gonna do.
than you not doing the thing people are demanding and instead do a thing that Geoff said he would do?
I'll be right back.
It makes no sense, Gavin. It's a ridiculous
I just want your redemption year to be as whole as possible. And I feel like you're off to a good start, but you haven't redeemed yourself in like 2 months.
I want it to be as whole as it can while avoiding certain holes. I will cover upper holes I'm okay with to make it whole. Lower holes, not. What if because here's the thing.
Yeah.
You got taste receptors in your mouth, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Could I just try? Could I do the same test with the mouth?
What test?
I need to look into Tiger Balm.
Oh.
Well, to test the efficiency. Because that's really where this comes down to. It's an efficiency test.
Of how quickly you can remove the spice.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think we know if milk actually counters the spice of a Tiger Balm ointment at all. I think that was the basis of our
We're
issue
thinking that it's
last time.
only the peppers. The hot peppers.
Yeah, what's it called? The fucking shit. I'm not going to remember it.
The jalapenos.
I don't know why I'm still trying. No, not that. There's a word for it. There's a specific spice word. People are like, oh, it has this many of those.
You're Scoville?
Yeah, the Scoville.
Capsaicin and all
That's
that.
what I was thinking of. So where did you go, Geoff?
Here's what I've done. Because I don't want to. Well, first off, I got to thinking about it. I don't want to rile the comment leavers up because you start talking pencils and they get whipped up into a frenzy. And it's the same thing with the porta potties or the sauces. I don't want to turn this into a whole other sauce thing. So while you guys were arguing about capsaicin or whatever, I went ahead and just to say we'll see what happens. I went and I cracked open a new container of Tiger Balm Ultra and I put just the tiniest bit of my butthole. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to deal with that.
What is wrong with you?
I'm going to deal with that while we're sitting here, and then if it gets bad enough, I may not have a choice.
What?
He won't film himself throw a baseball, but he'll just put Tiger Balm in his ass on an audio podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I put Tiger Balm on my balls on Achievement Hunter video once. It's like, that part's easy. The hard part to me is to mentally get there to put that thing in my butthole. But if I'm in such excruciating pain,
Is that wise right before a colonoscopy?
that's a couple months
okay.
ago. I just scheduled it.
I'm
fine.
Do you have a no spicy icy? Is that what it was called? Do you have one on hand?
The no spice. Yeah, I got the original. I got the prototype.
What do you mean you still have the original?
It's been in my freezer this whole time.
That makes it so much worse for whatever reason.
Well,
in my
it's
head.
like 2 weeks old.
Yeah, the older it gets, like even though it's just a frozen product, I don't.
Hey, I'll tell you what my asshole doesn't have: taste buds. The taste receptors in my butthole aren't going to care.
That's true. That's fair. Okay. It's a wild move by you.
Nick has a good point here. He says, hopefully it's not freezer bird.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm also not sure it's going anywhere near me. We're just going to see how bad this. And I'll be
Not
honest with you,
sure.
it's getting.
So where would you rate the uncomfortable? How uncomfortable is it currently between 1 and 10? Sounds like it got in his mouth. Where's your?
It's
How close is your mouth to your asshole?
Why?
It's not. It's making me cough for some reason, and I'm sweating. I'm sweating like I'm outside. It's like oh my god. Woo.
What does it taste like, Geoff?
It's not good.
This is the new drinking from a can without burping. He's gonna do this every week.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. I don't know why it made me cough, but it also cleared my nose out. You can clear your nose out through your
It's
asshole.
like Vicks vapor rub
You
for your
Tiger
anus.
Balm in it. Yeah, it goes all the way, it goes straight into you.
I don't know why you did this.
I
I don't know why you're willing to do this, but you won't throw a baseball.
I wanted to calm the pencil beast. That's all.
Okay. I respect that, but it seems,
I did it out of abundance of love for you, Andrew.
You did.
That was
you
a nice
you
move.
jumped on the grenade. You jumped on the pencil grenade. It was very considerate of you, Geoff. I appreciate your
No
suffering.
problem.
Jeff put his anus over the pencil grenade.
I don't know why it's making
How
me
did you
cough.
apply it to your anus? With your finger?
That I cleaned
Okay.
after. Yes. I washed my hands. See, I can't tell if I'm shitting right now or not.
You did
Not.
it
What do you
quite
mean?
early in the podcast. We still got like half of it left.
Yeah. Well, I figured we'll see.
Andrew usually suddenly does something right at the end, but not usually in the first half.
We'll see if I did it at the end. If I did it at the end, then I could just wait out the podcast ending, and then I wouldn't have to face the popsicle, which I'm still, not super on board with. Just so you guys know.
Well, you don't have to. I was just curious if you did the homework.
Sucks. It's hard.
That's really where this stemmed from.
No, I didn't. Okay. And I'm taking the punishment.
I did my homework. My homework is done.
You want to give us a homework
Did
update?
you get us you got us a jet ski?
I've secured some aquatic vehicles. That's all I'll say. That was the standard
my
last
God.
time. I've reached out. I've acquired what we need. Jet skis are in hand, possibly. I don't want to tip my hand. It'll be a nice surprise, but we got them. I did mine. I did my
I don't
part.
like the way you phrased it as aquatic vehicles. It was like how you phrased writing utensil.
Well-
Like we don't know what that's going to mean.
It's a jet ski. I think that's
It's
fair.
a jet.
I got us what we needed. I did my part.
You
I did my
bought
part.
a
I
pair
just
of
wanted to give an
skis
update on
with
the homework
fireworks
assignment.
on the back, haven't you? That's a jet ski to you. What have you
What?
made?
I haven't made anything. I did not make a single thing. I've acquired this as a product. We're good. I've done my part. Aren't we supposed to do something in GTA
Yes.
or something first? I don't know why you made me do the homework of acquiring the vehicles before we did the part where we're going to test in a video game if it was worth doing. But I've done my part.
I tried to actually set that up today, and I realized I didn't have GTA installed, and it takes a fucking year to install. So it's installing in the background right now, so that I can build that map for us.
Okay.
How's everybody?
Well, I'm excited to.
Is everybody else hot? God damn! I don't
Not
even get
hot.
a drink. You guys keep. I'll be back. I need a drink.
Where
I suffered a great betrayal.
do you think he's going to pour the drink? Yeah, what's the betrayal?
That's a great question. I'd assume the mouth. I don't think the ass. You think that Geoff has like a butt chug type setup for If you were going to try to alleviate, would you use water? Like what liquid would you use to?
On a hot ass?
Yeah, on a hot ass.
Probably just cold water.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd probably lie down in the bath, swing the old legs, knees up towards the head, and turn on the cold tap.
I think I'd go sparkling water, personally. I want a little bit of bubbles. Make it a little bit fun.
Why? You'd
A little
add
bit more
fizz
exciting.
to a
Yeah.
a tangy
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like a
Let's
nightmare.
get
The
some
bubbling would be a nightmare.
It just sounds like a fun time. Normal water is bland.
It's been an anus-heavy couple of weeks, and I think Geoff has
has.
guaranteed that by putting something into this episode.
Yeah, we're not
My-
we're not a podcast about we're not a podcast about sports, a Survivor, or buttholes, but boy, they come up a lot. Oh, I have a headache.
My great betrayal. My pillow wall betrayed me. I got betrayed.
Did you wake up
by
with
my
a stiff
pillow wall.
neck?
Oh, no, that has never happened.
Did it collapse on you and bury you?
No, well, sort of. It didn't bury me. So I had a whole issue. I took some damage. The pillow wall fell down. It was a great collapse of the pillow wall, but I wasn't in the bed when it fell. I just climbed into bed, and I hate laying on pillows that are on me, like underneath me. I find it super uncomfortable. I need to, if it's on my body, I don't like it. I need to have my head or shoulder as the main point of contact. So I slid down the bed, and because the pillow was in like the middle of the bed, my feet were hanging out the bottom of the bed by quite a lot. And I'm not a fan of that either. I still have it baked into when I was a kid, with like the monster under the bed type thing. I don't like any limb or my feet sticking out the bottom. It's just easy to grab. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it at all. But I slept like that one night. And it was terrible. So the next day, or I guess a few days later, I was sleeping in my bed and I was dreaming that I was back in that scenario again. My dream was that I was in the middle of the bed, my feet were sticking out, and I was like, this is no good. I got to climb up the bed. Smash my head into the wall. I was already at the top of the bed. I went full force, forehead first, into my wall, smashed it against it.
Wait, so you were lying down in bed, dreaming that you were lying down in bed, but a foot further down?
Yes. Yes, that was my dream. And in the dream, I was like, I need to get higher. There was no higher to go. But in my dream, I picked myself up off the bed and like threw myself upwards. And I went straight into the wall. I just lifted up and headbutted it.
What time is it when this happens?
It's like 7:30 a.m. maybe.
And you're dead ass asleep?
I was dead ass asleep and I got woken up and it was not good.
Is it dark in the room?
Oh, it's so bright. As I
it
said
is?
before, my blinds are some bullshit.
Yeah.
They don't block anything. So it's super bright. I'm very confused. I'm angry at my dream. I'm angry at my pillow wall for deceiving me. This deception caused by it collapsing.
How was none of it, of like all the 7 or 8 pillars, how was none of them against the wall though?
Because I was at the very top of the wall.
So they were...
I was at the peak.
Right, but it doesn't make any sense still. I've seen pictures of it.
I know.
How are you sleeping on the top of the 8th pillow? How is your back not upright?
Oh, I'm on my side. So it was a side dive into the wall, and I bring some of the pillows down with me, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. I woke up to me slamming my head into my wall.
I like stuff that makes you mad. Like when you had to take a hate nap. What's the most annoyed you've been recently over something that doesn't matter, like long term in your life?
The most annoyed.
Like slipping on a sushi container or something small like that.
That was funny. I was laughing when I fell on the sushi container.
Yeah, I just mean something
was
as
such a good-
inconsequential as that.
The most that I was angry about, that I was like genuinely frustrated about.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't get frustrated all that often. I was frustrated about.
I'm not sure if we talked about it on this podcast or a different one. Did I talk about what always makes me like 10 out of 10 angry suddenly and it's really irrational?
No.
It's it doesn't really happen anymore because of wireless headphones. But if I ever had like headphones in on a wire and I caught it on like a door handle or something and it ripped the headphones out of my ears, it just really pissed me off to the point where I was like way more annoyed than most other things. I would go to like from like 1 out of 10 to 10 out of 10 for like 5 seconds and then back down to 1. But I can't describe why that's so annoying to me. I freaking hate it when that happens.
Well, luckily that. Oh man, my butt. That. Luckily that should never happen to you again, right? Because you'll just use earbuds, right?
Maybe.
Like that problem's solved. You know, I have one, and it involves you. Oh man.
Involves me?
Yeah. I got irrationally angry at you for like 2 seconds last night when I looked over at you and you were smirking when it looked like my character in Survivor was trying to hang herself and get voted out. And I was like, you motherfucker. I was angry at you for like 2 seconds.
I looked over to you and I gave a little like... But you can't have been angry.
I was for like 1 second. I was like, you. And I was like, oh yeah, we're off duty. You have that ability.
So close to going.
Yeah. I don't want us to go necessarily too far down the Survivor rabbit hole.
No, let's not do it.
That's one of the worst picks I've ever seen, Geoff. That was a horrendous pick. I didn't process at the time when you texted it last night. What a dog shit pick by you.
No,
There's a 0% chance that happens.
I completely and totally agree with you, Andrew. Here's how that went. So I thought when we were gonna pick Survivor, the way Emily and I always do it is we pick who we think is gonna win in the opening episode when they do the first reveal with the name in the montage with the names and the characters. I picked her there because she had like a cancer surviving story. She was, she's a double mastectomy survivor. It was like inspirational. I know that Survivor tends to the editors tend to love those kinds of stories, and those people tend to go far. And they also have like a new lease on life, and they tend to be able to push themselves further and stuff because they like no matter how bad this is, it's probably not as bad as what they've gone through previously. So I feel like sometimes those people tend to rise to the top in Survivor. And so I made the decision then in my head, and then when we didn't end up picking until later on at the end of the next season, I thought, well, to be fair to the way I play it anyway, I'll just stick with who my first thought was, because that's who my first thought was. And I don't think she'll win, and I'm amazed that she didn't get herself voted out this week.
Well, I picked the guy that looks like Dave England and Howard Stern had a baby.
He's my favorite character of the show so far.
I think he's got what it takes.
No, I think he will make it to the end. I'm just surprised. So they did their whole montage. You're right, Geoff. Her whole story, very inspiring. Also, a key part of her story was that she was almost not on the show. It sounded like she was a replacement for a replacement.
She
almost.
was. Yeah.
So I'm surprised that also didn't factor in. Like clearly not a top.
Yeah, it's more like it was meant to be.
Okay, fair enough. I like Gavin's pick more, and I thought I think I was so distracted by Gavin's pick that I completely missed yours.
And that is
it's a great pick.
The end of Survivor talk.
Yeah,
we're
not gonna talk about that anymore. Oh man,
how's your anus?
Really wish I had.
You okay?
It's not good. I mean, it's like it's making me tired. Like it's sapping my energy. Because it doesn't get any worse or get any better. It's just like you maintain this level of ass pain, and then so you just have to. It just like it drains your energy level. Fall can be hectic, but thanks to HelloFresh, you can save time and effort and money and energy and all of that stuff you would be spending on grocery shopping and shopping and planning and figuring out and stressing. It takes a lot of that pain away so that you can focus on getting back into a new routine and spending quality time with your family. They do that by offering 50 menu and market items to choose from every week, including vegetarian or calorie smart or gourmet options if you're snooty like me. They provide plenty of variety, and ingredients travel from the farm to your door within a week, so you get the convenience without skimping on the quality. Like I know in my personal cooking history, I tend to overcook chicken. I don't know what it is, but somehow when I follow the HelloFresh recipes, I always end up with perfectly juicy chicken. So I think they're ancillarily making me a better cook in the process, which I appreciate. So go to HelloFresh.com/Face14 and use code Face14 for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. That is HelloFresh.com/Face14. Use code Face14 for 14 free meals, including free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. There is so much going on in the world, whether it's stuff you're excited about. For me, it's fall bike rides. It's finally consistently under 100 degrees in the afternoon, so I can take like a brisk 92 mile an hour bike ride, knowing that in a couple months it'll be like an 80, 85 mile an hour bike ride. Very excited about that. Or stuff you'd rather not think about. Like, I don't know, waiting at the doctor's office. You can't always control the vibes, but you can control the vibes in your head with a pair of Raycon wireless earbuds in your ears. Whether you use them to pump up, wind down, work out, or just ride like the wind like I do on my little bicycle, whee! Raycons are my go-to for the on-the-go audio. And the new everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever. Those are all good things. They have an improved rubber oil look and feel, and optimized gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit. These are impressive before you even start listening, and then you get to listen, and it gets even better because they sound fantastic. There's also an all-new awareness mode for when you need to listen to your surroundings instead. Raycons offer 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life. I wish I could ride my bike for 32 straight hours. Maybe someday. Right now, Face listeners can get 15% off the Raycon order at buyraycon.com/face. That's buyraycon.com/face to save 15% on Raycons. buyraycon.com/face.
I have another note in my face notes that I don't understand.
Okay.
And I'm
Bog roll folders.
similar to bog roll folders. I don't know what this means. Okay, this is the note. Timing piss is wrong. Anyone else sucked a glass?
Timing pisses. So,
what could that mean?
Suck the glass could be in reference to when I gave myself hickeys, sucking the bottle cap, maybe. And we talked about glass sucking at that time. I don't know if that's related to that. Timing pissing. I'm thinking about Austin Powers. I don't know. Is this a recent? When do you write your notes?
This is probably the last 2 months. No, I can't. Oh, Nick says, is this a drink contest so you can go the longest without pissing? No, I don't think it's that.
Is that your
that's
confidence?
another one.
Do you have piss confidence?
No, I don't have piss confidence.
Narrow that off the list.
What could that mean? Comment leavers, let me know if you
By
know
the way,
what that
can I
means.
just say this is perfect retribution for me for all the years you made fun of me for not understanding my notes that I would write in the idea book. I love this.
And I was sober when I wrote that.
I had a realization. I know, Geoff, you've seen it. I've talked to Eric about it. Gavin has no idea. I'd love to ask Gavin this question.
Okay.
Just to see his perspective. Have you ever seen a train car outside of the McDonald's?
No.
So the McDonald's where I grew up, both of them had train cars outside of them.
What, just on the street? What do you mean? On a track?
No, like right next to the restaurant. Like they were connected to they were right outside. They were like probably like, I don't know, 15 feet away from the restaurant typically. To the side, when you'd have a birthday party, that's where they'd hold the party. All the kids would get to go on the train. You eat in the McDonald's. It was called Ronald's Caboose. And it was just part of my McDonald's experience growing up. And I'd never thought about it my whole life until like 3 nights ago. It's like, that's fucking weird that there's nothing about the McDonald's brand that has trains tied to it. Why was there a train in these McDonald's? Why was this a thing? So I asked somebody, they lived in a different country. So I assumed like, oh, that makes sense that they wouldn't have it. But then I learned that apparently the McDonald's train is not a universal staple of like 90s childhood McDonald's. There are like there's only a handful of McDonald's that had these trains. I still don't know why they are. I'll try to.
So they were specifically put there. They didn't just buy a lot of land that had a train stuck on it?
No, they specifically bought these trains for their restaurants. It wasn't like they acquired it with the purchase of the land. They brought cabooses in. At one point, according to this train website I read, that McDonald's as a business owned more cabooses than any other in the world.
More than a train company? They had more cabooses than like freight companies?
Listen, I realized that seems like an absurd statement. I'm not the one sourcing it. This was according to some train fan website, and I'm going to trust the enthusiasm. If you own a train website and you're updating it, I feel like you're probably pretty knowledgeable about trains.
Is a Caboose a specific type of train car, or is it just the back one? Like, what is a Caboose?
So based off of the images that I've seen, I think there is a regulation Caboose. It might have slight changes as far. That was another weird thing. There was no structure to how they had to look. Like, there was regulations in, I guess, their company policy of where you could place them, but every McDonald's, every Ronald's Caboose painted a little bit differently.
Oh, this episode, Regulation Caboose.
Regulation Caboose. Let me see if I can find photos of.
It appears we've lost Geoff.
We have lost Geoff.
We've lost Geoff to his own anus. He wrote in the chat, I gotta go deal with this. It hurts too bad. BRB.
I'll send you. This is a photo of Ronald's Caboose. This is one of the ones outside of the McDonald's where I live. This is a Ronald's Caboose, Gavin.
Ronald's Caboose. It is like painted red and yellow like McDonald's.
It is. There's a few other ones that I like. I'm not sure where this one is based out of. This is one of my favorite designs. It looks like it's just ramming into the restaurant, like it's moments before disaster. They've built a McDonald's on a train car.
I've never seen anything like this.
It expands.
I thought the McDonald's with like the golden arches were the rare ones, like the old style ones. The ones where the train crashed through the side of the building, that's the rare one. Where is that?
I'd have no idea where that one is. I have another one, though. It gets wild. There's a variation. I just don't think people realize that there's a whole theme of McDonald's-based vehicle restaurants. There is a McDonald's plane in New Zealand. They've got a plane version where you can like order the food from the restaurant and then hop in the plane, eat in the plane.
I like that the wheel is off the ground as if it's taken off.
There it is. Yeah. I'd fly Air McDonald's.
Have you eaten in a Caboose? In a Ronald's Caboose?
I have. Yeah, as a child.
On Vancouver Island?
On where I live, yeah. I've been to birthday parties in the Ronald's
We've got
Caboose.
to go. Add that to the list when we're crabbing.
I think it's sadly gone. They've renovated since then. That's why I thought it was like a weird 90s thing, because they're no longer there, at least where I live. And I was like, that's a shame that they upgraded the restaurants and they got rid of the trains. That's the last known photo, Gavin, of Ronald's Caboose at the one restaurant. It's gone. They took it away.
Taken away. That's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
It is, yeah.
And what a bleak looking day as well. Oh, that's tragic.
Yeah, it was very tragic. So it's a weird thing where I thought everyone had this experience, and I guess it's very unique to have a Ronald's Caboose.
Were there special menu items for the Caboose?
No, it was just like literally a place for birthday parties. There's nothing like fancy about it. It was just you got to hop in the train and you were separated from the rest of the people in the restaurant. That's part of the experience.
That is amazing. That's blown my mind a little bit.
Spaghetti Warehouse has train cars inside the warehouse you can eat in.
I've never heard of this. I've heard of the Spaghetti Factory. I've never heard of a warehouse. The Spaghetti Warehouse?
Spaghetti Warehouse, yeah. There used to be
Didn't
one
that come up when we were talking about Cheesecake Factory, the Spaghetti Warehouse?
Maybe. Yeah, probably. What was the thing? Cheesecake Factory workers don't identify as factory workers. But I feel like this is sort of a great. People are always like, Andrew's weird. But I don't think I'm weird. It's just this is a product of where I grew up.
Yeah, that picture of the McDonald's train, that means you're not weird.
Yeah. I think it's more of a. People are like, you're in a different dimension. Maybe I am. Oh, that's a fancy train car for that spaghetti place.
It's a Spaghetti Warehouse. It's not just for anybody. It's high class. Also, I gotta be honest with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it made it worse.
Okay. Oh no, Geoff.
Clearly, we need to go back to the drawing board. Which is fine. That's what R&D is for. I think that we need to incorporate. If I had to guess, maybe some aloe into the milk substance.
So not just milk.
I don't
Got
know. Yeah, but I'm not giving up on the idea. I think that there's still obviously a need. The audience has been. Has this even come out to the audience yet?
The one we're recording?
No, they haven't seen any of this.
They're not even aware of the product.
I'm sure that when the audience discovers the product, I'll feel vindicated. Everybody's going to want a piece of this investment opportunity.
Yeah, I think the only people who've seen it are the ones in the Slack.
But
yeah.
Let me just. It's didn't. It's if anything, it made it cold, made it burn more.
So the cooling effect just made it cold, but it still burned.
Yeah, it was just like it just made everything. It's like it's like enhanced the whole thing.
And how was the flavor?
I don't like milk.
Well, maybe you're selling the wrong thing, Geoff. Maybe this isn't a thing to soothe the pain. Maybe this is an enhancer product.
Yeah.
This is an anal enhancer that you have on your hands. And
Who needs to enhance anything in their anus?
I mean, would you opt out of enhancing anything? If you have the choice to enhance, you always say yes. There's no negative to
What are
enhance.
you talking about? If someone said, hey, do you want me to enhance your headache? I'd say no, thanks.
Well, no, it could be a better headache.
Yeah, you don't turn
What do
down.
you mean?
When you didn't go to when you were in Cyberpunk, you didn't go, oh, no enhancements for me. I'll keep my normal anus.
Everyone
You're like, no, I want
goes
an
with the
anus
enhancements.
with a sword and double jump.
I feel like typically the enhancement is a good thing. But I see what you're saying. An enhancement of a headache would be a bad thing because you're theoretically making it more powerful.
Yeah. Do you want to have an enhancement at losing at roulette?
Well, I don't need that. I'm already pretty good at that. That's not needed. I don't think. Yeah, I think I'd enhance most things. And I'm not a judgmental person, Gavin. If somebody wants to enhance their asshole, it's not my business to know why. Just offering a product that will do that.
It's true.
Got to cover the market.
Just because it's not for you doesn't mean it's not for somebody.
Exactly.
I
There's somebody out there that's been waiting for years. If only my asshole could be enhanced, they've been saying.
There's got to be a better way.
There has to be. And there also has to be a better way than what you designed, because I refuse to believe that a skewer with a milk thing on the end of it is not safe.
Prototype. It wasn't meant to be the final production model. It's you got to start somewhere.
So based on this new R&D, is there going to be a Mark II?
I don't think so. I don't know, man. I think we got all the comedy out of that joke. I think we'll just move on to the next product, maybe.
I think if I was going to design something to soothe the anus, it wouldn't be something that's long and goes in the anus. It would be something long that you sit on.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe
like a frozen hot dog shape that I just sit on,
yeah.
and it sort of goes across
I don't like
the anus, across the gooch,
No.
and it's just a soothing.
What if you
seat.
need internal soothing?
I'm not a fan of any of this.
Why not?
I just don't want hands control. I don't want gravity to be a factor in my process.
How's gravity affect? What do you mean?
Well, I'm assuming. Well, if you're making, well, I guess okay. In my head, you were like sitting on.
Not with it up me.
It's not
Okay, that's how I perceive
the hot
the product.
dog. In Gavin's contraption, I believe the hot dog is horizontal.
Yeah.
He's straddling.
okay.
Gavin straddles a horizontal hot dog. Is how this
Got
works.
it.
Think of it like I'm riding a hot dog, like a wizard would ride a broom.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, understood. That's better. I still don't like this product category as a whole.
No, it's
I'm not
for
going
a
to be
whole.
ordering. Yeah, no, it is. I wonder how many we could sell, though, just as a concept. What that even looks like.
Yeah, I don't know. The merch didn't seem too excited about it.
You actually asked them as well. That's not a joke.
did.
It was in the Slack asking about selling popsicles.
Yeah.
And they said that we don't have like some frozen storage. We have cold storage for the popsicles.
The limitations of this product was us not having cold storage. There are no other issues with why this couldn't be sold as it is.
Well, as I said,
It's the one inhibitor.
you can buy pop ice and Otter Pops unfrozen, and then you freeze them yourself at home. They make you do the work. It's the dairy of it. You can't have unfrozen dairy. It just doesn't keep that long in a warehouse, I assume. Even
Pivoting back
pasteurized.
to the McDonald's train for a moment. It did also. It brought back a memory in my life that I forgot that I had, and it blew Eric's mind in our conversation about it. There was a Wendy's downtown, still there. When I was a kid, I was like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5. I'd go there quite a bit. And there's an older woman, I'd say probably late 60s, early 70s. She had red hair, and her name was Wendy. And because of this, I thought that she was the Wendy of Wendy's. And I spent a large portion, probably it wasn't until I was a teenager that I realized that I didn't know Wendy from Wendy's. I thought I knew Wendy from Wendy's for a stretch of my life.
And you
I was
just
very
thought that
excited about
Wendy of Wendy's worked in a Wendy's in Canada?
Yeah. Well, I didn't I was like, you know what? She looks a lot younger outside the restaurant. I'm sure this business has existed for a long time. She's just been a career employee. It's a family, locally run thing. Wendy from Wendy's. I thought I knew Wendy from Wendy's. And we were close. Whenever I'd come in the restaurant, she'd say hi. We'd talk. She'd sometimes sit at her table and just talk with us while we ate. I had a friendship with Wendy.
In your defense, I mean, Dave Thomas named Wendy's after his daughter, right? Wendy, who is a real person and
What year was that?
who exists in the world. And I'm
does.
sure this lady who was in her 60s and working at Wendy's, and her name was Wendy, if it was even her real name, was probably delighted to let that little kids thought she was the Wendy. She probably encouraged that, and that's probably why you thought it was the case.
I feel like I probably asked somebody and they're like, yeah. And just like the magic of it, let the kid think that he knows Wendy from Wendy's. But I never really questioned it.
So is this something you bragged about at school?
I never bragged about it, but it was just a fact that I was friends with Wendy from Wendy's.
You don't strike me as someone who brags.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, what have I ever bragged about? I'm not a big bragger type person. I have confidence. I have the burger confidence established. I very rarely will brag about something.
That's Wendy. Did the lady look like that?
That is Wendy. And she does work at Wendy's. So technically, it's not the most ridiculous
I don't
thing.
think she works in a Wendy's, though.
Well, she works for Wendy's corporate. Hey, wait, is Wendy... Wait, did Dave Thomas was the Wendy's guy, right?
Yeah, and his daughter's name is Wendy Thomas.
Eric is saying that it's not. That it's... I thought it was... I agree with you. I thought that's what the story was, Geoff, that he named it after his daughter, and his daughter, who has
Eric, what's going on?
red hair in this photo that Geoff just posted.
She's the fourth child of American businessman Dave Thomas, founder of the fast food.
And what's her name?
Melinda Lou Wendy Thomas.
So one of the
Wendy's
younger
in the
kid
name.
couldn't pronounce Melinda and called her Wendy, and Dave Thomas went, the name of the restaurant's Wendy's.
So he named
He didn't name it after any of his kids.
Yeah, he named it after what one kid called another kid, a nickname.
If one kid calls another kid that name, but nobody else does, that's the nickname?
Do you think that nobody else in the family called that kid Wendy after that?
I think they did after Dave Thomas named a restaurant after her.
After her.
I think they all went, we better buy into this lie.
After her?
We better
You're
buy
right.
into this
He
lie.
did. He named a restaurant after her. That's a good point. You said it. You made the point. Thank you.
Yeah, Dave Thomas went, yeah, we're going to call it Wendy's. And everyone went, well, I guess we better buy into this lie.
I don't understand.
She has Wendy in her name. It may not be her first name, but she has a Wendy in her name.
Did she have any siblings?
I think 4. I think Geoff just said 4.
Oh.
Yeah,
They must be pissed.
She's the fourth child.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is a rough one. Yeah. If she's the youngest of the kids waiting, that's some bullshit. If I was the oldest, I'd want naming rights. What were the other kids' names? Do you know, Geoff?
Here, I'll just read what it says on, as a child, Melinda was unable to pronounce her L's and her R's, struggling with her own name, Melinda, and so became known by her nickname, Wendy.
See, and then the rest of the family bought into it to feed this lie of Wendy's the restaurant.
Then 8-year-old Melinda would eventually become the namesake of her father's restaurant, Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers, or just Wendy's for short. In addition to being the namesake, her likeness was used as the Wendy's logo.
Now I'm an only child, but I feel like I hear about the conversations of like who's the favorite kid. You cannot make that argument in that family. When one of the 4 has a restaurant chain named after them, it's without a Wendy's number 1. I'd like to know the other names though, because it's like, was there a scenario in which maybe we had Steve's?
Well, let's see if it lists family, personal.
They don't cut corners at Steve's Square Burgers.
His wife was Lorraine. They had 3 more daughters: Pam, Lori, Molly, and son Kenny. Kenny died in 2013.
Kenny's. I would like Kenny's.
Pam's,
If Kenny's
Lori's,
is a chain,
Molly's.
I go to Kenny's.
Ah, my butt. Kenny's would be good.
I'm a fan of Kenny's.
I like Kenny's.
Am I the only one? Have you guys ever thought you met a celebrity and then realized it wasn't that celebrity?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I have another one if you guys need time to think about it. I have a second.
I don't think I
case of
have one.
mistaken
A
identity.
guy that we used to work with at the day job, Bernie. He had a great story about how he called Nicolas Cage Nick Nolte in an elevator once, and just like crushed Nicolas Cage. But I don't think I have. Oh man, I hope this is a fart. Oh, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't know. What's your other one, Andrew?
I thought I sat behind Ridley Scott at a hockey game once, and it wasn't Ridley Scott. But I was like behind him and to the left of him, so I could only see the side profile of his face.
That's a weird one. Like, how many people know what Ridley Scott looks like anyway?
Yeah, I don't know, but I was convinced it was Ridley Scott. I was very excited about it, and it was at the time where it had just been announced that he was going to make a Monopoly movie, and I didn't want to just like say, hey, are you Ridley Scott, or like get any attention by him at all. So I just spent the majority of the game just making random Ridley Scott, like, you hear about this Monopoly movie that Ridley Scott's gonna make? I think that could be real interesting. Like, just random quips about Ridley Scott and the films he's worked. That Alien is sure good. I'm really hoping that I don't know, they maybe make another. I was wrong about that. I shouldn't have wanted that, but at that time,
more Alien.
Another Alien would be good. Yeah, we really didn't need more Alien.
Really?
By him, at least. Yeah, I don't think any of the Alien movies he made post.
I listened to the audio commentary that he did for Alien, and he was describing like the space jockey and what he thought. This was before Prometheus, and what he like thought that was. And he was like going through what he thought that story would be. Sounded way cooler than the movie that he actually made.
Do you remember what it was?
It was
like roughly like what was? Cool
that was a hell of a commentary. It was all like cut up. I think we talked about it. There was bits where like he was doing the commentary, and it's like edited between him and other cast members, and he's talking to Sigourney Weaver in some parts. But then at another part, he's kind of like joke complaining about the actors, and Sigourney Weaver doesn't say anything. And I realized that they're from like two different commentaries filmed or like recorded years apart. It's so confusing. It's a real good one.
Is that one of your go-to? Did you listen to a lot of commentary tracks?
I mean, that's what do you mean?
Or is that just a thing you listen to, is commentary tracks?
Yeah, I listen to them sometimes, yeah.
There was like podcasts for me growing up. I loved listening to them. I was very confused. I didn't understand the sarcasm of Will Ferrell, or just like I didn't really have a concept of who he was as a personality. I listened to the Talladega Nights commentary track as a kid, and it's just constantly, it's not like any actual commentary, it's just jokes from my memory. And one of the things in it is just like, yeah, my house is shaped like a NASCAR. I'm that much of a NASCAR fan. So I thought that Will Ferrell's house was a NASCAR. I thought it was shaped that way. I had no idea. I used to love commentary tracks. It's one of the like worst parts of streaming for me. I wish that Netflix or whatever still did commentary tracks as an alternate option.
I worked once with Jake Scott.
Oh.
Which is his son. It's as close as I've been to Ridley Scott.
Yeah?
Yep.
You ask him about Prometheus?
Nope. I don't think it'd been made yet.
I didn't see that movie. Not good?
It's not worth it, no. I don't think you get anything from it.
It's not canonical to Alien, though, is it?
Yes.
I thought it wasn't. I thought it was inspired by it.
No, it's all like...
It's supposed to fit in the universe.
I think they're all the same universe, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's leading into... I think the idea of Prometheus was it would end with the beginning of Alien. It would tell that story and then go forward from
But it's the first of a trilogy, right?
Originally, yeah, but I feel like the second Alien Covenant or whatever doesn't really have anything to do with Prometheus.
I mean, Ridley Scott...
Yeah, it does. It's like a direct sequel.
It says, so Ridley Scott has told BBC Radio 5 that his new film Prometheus is not a prequel to 1979 hit Alien.
I mean, it's set before Alien in the same universe, though.
And it has a lot of the same imagery. I don't feel like Alien Covenant... to me, I feel like it was a correction. Like, I understand what you're saying. There are characters that continue, and it is a continuous plot, but I don't feel like that was the story he originally planned on telling with that trilogy. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean, if it was, I don't know why you would want to tell that story.
Yeah, it's... I've been watching the Halloween movies.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah,
they're like really bad, and then they get... So the first one, great. 2 through 6, terrible. I'm now in the 90s ones. Fantastic. L. Cool J, he's great. Great cast, like surprisingly good. Michelle Williams is in it. Josh Hartnett's first movie. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Those are fun. If you're looking for a random dumb thing to watch, Halloween.
Yeah, they're have you watched them all?
No, I'm what's the one I watched Halloween H2O last night, so I'm gonna get the Busta Rhymes one, which I'm very excited
is good.
about.
And you're watching them in order.
I am.
What did you think of Halloween 3?
It's a really cool movie. I wish that they would have stuck with that instead of... So originally, Michael Myers wasn't going to be an ongoing character. Like, Halloween was going to be a different story.
Yeah.
each time. It was just going to be based on it happening on Halloween. And then they didn't do that because people were pissed that Michael Myers was in it.
People were
I wish
angry.
they would have stuck with that.
Yeah,
Instead of 7 Michael Myers movies. Paul Rudd also in it. It's weird. It has like a surprisingly good cast for what those movies are.
All of those horror movies from that era do. I mean, Kevin Bacon is in Friday the 13th, and Johnny Depp is in Nightmare on Elm Street, and there was Corey Feldman is in Friday the 13th. There's a lot of like what people that
Corey Feldman is a step back.
Corey Feldman was phenomenal as a kid actor. He was great in that movie.
That's fair.
It's one of the best horror movies. It's I think it's Friday the 13th 4 or 5 he's in. It's really good.
I'm disappointed that you guys have never thought you meant a celebrity and went through that pain.
I tend to try to avoid celebrities if I see them.
That's fair. I mean, in the scenarios I'm talking about, I wasn't actively pursuing them. I just thought I knew Wendy. And then I thought I met Ridley Scott. It definitely wasn't Ridley Scott. That guy must have been like, why did he spend an hour, or I guess 2.5 hours for a hockey game talking about Monopoly?
Do you think that guy
What a weird thing.
Do you think the guy even knows who Ridley Scott is?
Almost certainly not. I agree with Gavin. I feel like, well, maybe by name, I guess, like vague
I feel like
awareness.
I could definitely pull Ridley Scott out of a lineup because, just of the industry I'm in. But I feel like most people know the name, not the face.
I couldn't pull him out of a lineup.
You don't think so?
I can't picture Ridley Scott in my head right now, no.
He looks kind of
Really?
like Jake Scott.
That's fair. I think we should probably go because we lost our support staff. They all took off, and I got to go figure out what to do about my butthole. But before we go, I would like to point out that somebody on one of the comment leavers pointed out to me that Mac Jones, who is Gavin's choice to win Rookie of the Year, that we picked for you, I didn't realize, and I watched him the entire time he quarterbacked for Alabama. I didn't realize his name is Michael Jones, which is kind of funny. That the Mac comes from his middle name, McCorkle. Your pick for Rookie of the Year's name is Michael McCorkle Jones.
That's a great name. Hey, Gavin, do you want to trade Rookie of the Years?
Do not do it. Do not do it.
Nah,
Do you want to trade?
I'm locked in
My
with
guy-
McCorkle.
You got McCorkle.
I feel like Macaulay Culkin should call his kid that.
McCorkle Culkin. Can we name this episode McCorkle Culkin? I have no idea if this was a good episode or not, but if you made it around to the end, I appreciate it. Thank you for listening to episode 72 of Face. We will see you next week. I don't give a shit if you rate or review or not. You do you. Bye.
We never even got to the thing about the feet. I forgot to mention that. I was right about that too. I guess well, give me a half point on the taste buds and the ass thing. If you put your feet on garlic, you taste that. It goes into
You
the
can't.
bloodstream.
We're
No,
saving that for this episode. You got to save it
No,
for
no,
next
no,
episode.
no.
I don't wanna hear
Hey,
it. I don't wanna
Craig
hear
is
it. I don't
still
wanna
in here. Craig
Why?
is still in here.
I already stopped
This is still
recording.
technically live.
We can't keep talking about garlic feet after every recording.
No, we're done. We're done with this one. It just needs to be on the record that if you put your feet in garlic, you're going to taste that garlic.
Is that true?
I don't know if it's garlic specific. I don't know if you can put like a ham sandwich down there and you taste that, but it's definitely a thing with garlic and it has something to do.
How do you
What
know
are you talking
this?
about? Because it's just a fact, Geoff. How do you know anything?
Where did
I
you
read
learn
it.
the fact? Okay, where did you read it?
I don't know where I read it, but
why
I know
are
I
you yelling?
have.
Why is he yelling?
I don't know.
I haven't. This is the
Because
first time hearing
'cause
this.
you're-
I wasn't in your.
Because
your
you're
fight
trying
last
to
time.
cancel. Jeff, you weren't here for this. This is the second week in a row. Gavin's tried to block the truth about garlic
Why'd
feet.
you never bring
And
it
I
up
need-
in the podcast?
Because I forgot. I forgot because we changed subjects. We're talking about throwing baseballs.
Can Craig cut this out? Can we put this out anyway? Will Craig record it?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still recording.
Craig is still recording.
I'm not recording.
I'll go back.
I'm not recording.
I will go back to recording. I'm recording
All right,
again.
hold on. Let me get a new.
I'm back to recording.
Recording.
So now, do I need to do this again? Do I need to tell the world about how right I am about garlic feet? I just dropped the bottle.
Have you tried it?
No, I haven't tried it.
How the
I'll
fuck
gladly
do you
try
know?
it. What do you mean? Just because I haven't tried something doesn't mean you don't know it. What are you
Mental.
saying?
Did you taste the sushi when you were slipping across your floor in the container?
There was no sushi in the container. It was a
must have been
plastic
residue.
lid.
I'm gonna
It was a
Google.
plastic lid.
I'm gonna Google. Do
Google it.
feet taste garlic?
Bang it. Yahoo search it. I don't care. You're going to find the same result. It's a thing.
Okay. All right.
Read it. Read it. Read it to the people.
I'll read it right now. It's not because you have secret garlic taste buds on your feet. It's because the molecules responsible for garlic smell, which is called allicin, A-L-L-I-C-I-N, can penetrate your skin, get into your blood, and travel to your mouth and nose, where you suddenly start to sense the taste of garlic.
It goes
There we
in your
go.
blood to your nose and mouth.
That quickly,
go.
too, apparently.
That is. I want to do a blind stomp test and see if Andrew could taste the garlic, and we'll get him to stand on 3 things.
People put garlic on their feet to treat athlete's foot and to fight fungus, and I think that is the best idea you've ever had, Gavin. We need a foot taste test.
I like
Our
the idea
garlic-
though that if I drop the garlic at a restaurant and my steak's a bit plain, I could just take my socks off and stomp on it to get the effect.
I wonder, oh my God, could you eat a plain steak while your foot is in garlic and taste a garlic steak?
I need to. Do they make garlic like apples? Are there different variations of garlic?
Are you asking if you can scrump garlic?
No. I mean, I would never publicly discuss scrumping of any kind. But I meant in the sense of there's a Granny Smith, there's a Fuji, there's a Mac. Are there different variants of garlic
there's
in
like
the same way that
there's
are
like elephant
apples?
garlic, right?
I need to get more familiar with garlic, and we could do like a whole foot garlic test. I think I could get good at that, like a
Hell yeah.
blindfold. Could we do maybe like a what taste best, like a blind taste test of what your garlic preferences based off of your foot taste?
Are you gonna have to like step on ginger in between to clear your palate?
That's that reminds me of another thing I have an issue with. I have never gone into a grocery store and seen a sign that says these apples are new, but they're inventing apples all the time.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Well, like the apples are constantly being invented. They're constantly making new apples, but I've never gone into a grocery store and been like, this apple just released. It just came out. You got to try this apple.
Like someone's bred a new apple.
Like
Yeah.
they don't release like new apples don't drop like albums.
Exactly. That's
can't
what I'm saying,
pre-order
and they
an apple.
should. They should. I feel like people are just like apples are. People don't realize how recent apples are.
Oh man.
I feel like
What's
the
the newest-
pink lady. Let me.
Is that the newest mainstream apple?
All right, hold on. I
What
gotta
is-
Google this. What's the newest apple?
Yeah.
What
Why won't
So I
this
feel like
podcast end?
newest apple? I don't know. I don't even know where this is. Is this But this we're making shit. Like this has gotta.
Why don't
Oh,
we cut
it just
all this
gives me
shit
new
about...
iPhones. Come on, man. I want an apple.
is-
What is the newest
What
apple?
is the?
fruit?
We could cut all
Yeah.
the shit about Alien and Prometheus and put this in. This is
Yeah.
better.
It's got Cosmic Crisp.
Look at that, a
Oh.
Cosmic Crisp.
That sounds
That
good.
sounds delicious.
That sounds delicious. We could call the episode Cosmic Crisp.
When did it come out? When did the Cosmic Crisp release?
Yeah, I can tell you. Cosmic Crisp is an American apple. Fuck yeah, best country in the world with the variety designation WA38. Breeding began in 1997 at the Washington State University Tree Fruit Research and Extension Center in Wenatchee, Washington. Initially overseen, who cares? So 97. They started
So when
breeding in
Andrew
97.
was like 3.
No. There's more recent apples than that.
Well,
That's
that's when they
incorrect. Like, I know-
began. That's when breeding began. That doesn't necessarily mean
Okay.
that's when they finished it. It was first planted for commercial use in the spring of 2017.
See, 2017. We got a new apple within the last 5 years.
Yeah. No, that's
I've
true.
never gone to a grocery store and seen a sign being like, "This apple just dropped. Like, come try this apple." I'd
that's
be way
an
more
apple.
excited about fruit.
This apple just dropped is great.
It's amazing. It's amazing that we haven't heard more about Cosmic Crisp, which sounds like a weed flavor, by the way. Listen to this. Promotion and marketing. A $10 million consumer launch of the product was funded by Washington State Agricultural Promotion Funds through the Washington Apple Commission. There is something called the Washington Apple Commission, and they did a $10 million promotional and marketing campaign for the Cosmic Crisp. I never fucking
That's
heard of it.
crazy because that's a crowded market, the Apple game.
Yeah, Apple Game's fucking, it is.
It's hard to get in
Dense.
amongst the big dogs.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, how does that work? Can I go to a grocery store and find what was it? Cosmic
Crisp,
whatever?
new Apple launch
Yeah.
that lasts for a year. That's part of its strength is that it sits on shelves for a long time.
Okay, so this sounds like a great apple.
Well,
I think we need to try to find a Cosmic Crisp.
It is a crossbreed of the Honey Crisp and the Enterprise. Oh my God, we have gotten really scrump heavy without even trying.
We got like a weekly Apple news.
We're
segment.
become like an Apple podcast. This is interesting.
It's just something I don't understand. I feel like there'd be a lot of enthusiasm for a new fruit type.
That's
and they just
crazy,
don't
though. There's a
advertise
newer Apple than the company.
That's a newer Apple.
Yeah.
Than the,
Oh, there's so many. I feel like Red Delicious came out in like 2002, and people love that apple.
I wonder if
Popular
anybody who's a comment leaver or anybody who just listens to this podcast who wouldn't mind leaving a comment, if any of you work or know somebody who works with the Washington Apple Commission, I would love to know what your job is like.
Apparently, Cosmic Crisps are shipping nationwide November 8th.
Is it a seasonal apple?
Is it like this year?
I don't
This
know.
upcoming November 8th? Will this be the first run of Cosmic Crisps?
Dude,
Or did
we
they
have-
get invented in...
We have
United States
got...
November following the new ship date of November 8th. You have got
Oh, this
to-
year! November 8th, 2021. The apples are about to drop. We have a month till Apple launch. Holy shit.
November is like usually like, oh, there's a Halo game coming out. So nope,
Call
Call
of
of New
Duty
Apple.
and
I'm
Cosmic
going to go to
Crisp.
my grocery store and see if I can pre-order a Cosmic Crisp.
If your favorite store doesn't carry Cosmic Crisp, talk to the produce department manager and ask for it by name. Can you imagine
Okay.
doing that?
Oh.
Until you just shove it up your ass.
Oh, my
Oh, no, I'm going to do it.
Guys, we've got to
need Cosmic
get
Crisp in my life.
we've got to get Cosmic Crisps on launch day and film a special video of us eating them. This is a big damn deal.
Oh, this is amazing.
buy apples.
It's
All right, we
This
should
is great.
That's a gorgeous logo. We can buy them online. Where to buy
see if you can throw it further than your baseball.
Oh, I meant that. That's another thing I forgot. I'm forgetting all the
come on,
things
we
I've
gotta
written
end it.
down. No, just 1 second. Let me just ask this. So, Jeff, you think you could throw a baseball 80 with some
Eventually,
training?
yeah, with some training.
Eventually, yeah, with some training. I understand. Not just like you're going to do it. How far do you think you can throw a football?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay, so you don't. There's no 80 doesn't equal a certain yardage for you.
No, I'm going for speed, not distance. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, fair enough. I just want to ask.
Maybe very far, but I don't even know how far is far on a football.
Find apples at your local. This is great.
All right, we got to
This
stop
is-
recording.
Okay.
And I don't know, do we replace the Prometheus? We can replace the butt stuff. I don't know what we want to replace. Or we could just put this in at the end. I just feel like most of the meat of the episode happened after it ended because we're going to have a garlic taste test with Andrew. And we are going to... And the world is going to shut the fuck down on November 8th when we celebrate Cosmic Crisp drop date.
They got
Boom.
juice.
They
got Cosmic Crisp juice.
It's 100% pure pressed apples. Woo! That's
Wait.
going to be tasty.
Is that available now? Can I get a little sneak preview of what the apple will taste like? Can I just buy that apple juice now?
Apple in liquid form.
Oh man, this is exciting.
Oh shit, dude! They have lots of products. They have Cosmic Crisp cider. They have an apple spiralizer that's Cosmic Crisp branded. That's a little silly.
Nobody's allowed to get the dried apple slices. That's a spoiler. That's a future spoiler. I think you have to stay to juice. Liquid versions of it.
That is true. We have to stay to juice. We can only
If you want a
pre-drink.
little
We can't
taste,
pre-eat.
you could go with the juice.
Yeah.
Where can
Maybe
I
there's
buy
like a
this?
live stream launch event that we could host.
Wow, you can buy 120 ounces. That would be great. That would be great. It's, attention, Washington Apple Commission. We want to host your live stream. We're interested in doing business with you. Oh, Gavin, we're fucked. There is nothing in our zip code.
Ah, shit. We might have to travel.
Yeah. I'll travel. I will absolutely. Maybe Andrew.
You want to attempt to end this thing for the second time?
Oh yeah, let's do it. All right. Well, the podcast already ended, so we can just stop. The second we stop talking, we're done.
You don't think the outro should be at the end as well?
Well, we already did an outro. Can't they just cut it and move it to the?
Could,
all right.
Could I?
Here's the
Could I
second.
contribute?
Yeah. Oh, please do.
Can I say? Can I just say something really quickly?
Yeah.
We asked people to rate and subscribe and all that stuff. At the end, because Eric recommends doing that.
Well, this week I said do it or don't. We don't care.
Yeah, you did say that. I just wanted to say I want to thank the people that have.
Oh,
We appreciate it. It's very kind of them to either when they leave a review, drop the 5 stars. It's very considerate.
you know what? I'd like
Wanted
to
to add that.
I'd like to add on to that actually. To all the people out there who have shared this podcast with a friend or loved one. I really appreciate that too. I was thinking about it the other day in a moment of seriousness. This all started. This all came out of the company Rooster Teeth that we started almost 19 years ago, and that the entire success of our company has been because of word of mouth. And I really appreciate people who like our productions enough to share them. And just know that I'll be eternally grateful if you have done that or you would consider doing it in the future someday. Really appreciate it.
Oh.
And some just amazingly sweet people.
Yeah.
I haven't talked about on the show. I've been taking calls from people that listen. Just having conversations. Amazingly kind comment leavers.
Gavin, do you have anything nice and humane to say?
I'm in total agreement. I think it's a special thing to be something that people share with other people.
Yeah. What a rare, beautiful, honest moment from you. I appreciate that.
Doesn't happen often.
All right, and now I gotta go find something better to stick up my ass than milk. I'll see you guys later.
All right, bye. Bye.